Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important, and I'm your host, LFG. Binance eyes United Arab Emirates. Man, that's always a tongue twister. As focal point for future operations. The best blockchain does not exist. Cardano Foundation executive. And Binance reverses decision to delist privacy coins in Europe. Take that. Europe, I think. We'll see. Onto the market. Current market cap sitting at 1.18 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still ticking just under 50%, 49.9%. ETH dominance 19.2, and gas up just a little bit from last week, 19 Gwei. We'll get you an ETH transaction. Red day, guys. I don't know how deep into the red we're going to go, but right now things are starting to pull back just a little bit. Bitcoin 1.16, ETH 1.88, and so on and so forth. Which after last week's pump, this all makes sense. This isn't anything significant, right? Any big losers? Let's just hit it. What are the losers? What are the losers in the last 24 hours? Aave 13.85, and synthetics pumped. Did it? Or was it stacks? I think that was stacks. Let me take that. I take that back. Synthetics down 7.23. That's it. Nothing too bad in the top 100. Let's just go ahead and move on to Bitcoin, guys. We're gonna make this video as fast as we possibly can. I'm gonna try not to ramble as much as I usually do. Get you guys on your day. Bitcoin. We had that big run. This is Bitcoin 4 hour. We had the big run. Let's backtrack real quick. We hit 3 giant, you could call them bull flags, bull pennants, whatever. Here's the first one that I showed you guys at the beginning of last week, if I remember correctly. And it ripped. And then we hit one on is either the 1 hour or the 2 hour. I think it was the 1 hour. Yeah, we hit this one right here on the 2 hour or 1 hour, and it ripped. And then we hit this guy on the 4 hour. This pattern was actually really good in between the 2 and the 4. We'll look at it on the 2. Yeah, that's a perfect pennant. And it ripped. We ripped all the way to, we'll call it 31.5 just to be safe. And then we've retraced. Here's where we're at now. And this is slightly concerning. We'll see what happens. So we were holding this 30,422 level pretty well as support. Touch it there. Support. And we were holding, and we just dumped below it. Now, we dumped all the way to 30 and bounced, which is good. 30 still holding. But the concern I'm seeing right now is that this is now flipped into resistance. And that's not good. So we'll keep an eye on that, see what happens. But hopefully we can flip 34.22. We'll call it 30,500 just to be safe. Flip that back into support and continue moving onward and upward. If not, we need 30,000 to hold, or we're probably going to go back down to this low volume node potentially and wind up back here. 28.9 if something doesn't happen in here, because this has always been a really weird level of resistance. And then now not only was it crazy resistance for quite some time, but it is now in the short term a very wide low volume node, because there was there's no breather in this. This is just straight ripping, right? So if we break 30, there's a potential that we could fall all the way back down to 28.9 before we get caught. And you can see a bounce. So keep your eye on that. That's all I got for you guys for Bitcoin, man. We're just waiting with bated breath, all of us, to see if 30,000 is going to hold. To see if this run was a real run or just some BS pumping up. On the news. Binance eyes United Arab Emirates as focal point for future operations. U.S. better get their shit together. Binance Dubai General Manager Alex Shahade says there are plenty of good reasons why the UAE will become the world's next major crypto hub. They're definitely positioning themselves for it. The United Arab Emirates is becoming the next big focus for Binance in a wake of a slew of enforcement actions in the United States against crypto exchange. That's what I've been saying. Speaking to Cointelegraph, Binance Dubai General Manager Alex said the UAE is a prime destination for crypto business seeking a clear path forward and noted its friendly stance toward digital assets. It's just so damn hot over there. Binance identified that the senior leadership of the UAE wanted to establish the region as a focal point for Web3. They're trying to diversify away from fossil fuels, and they see crypto as a great driver for doing so, said Shahid. Ultimately, the clear crypto regulation in the UAE, make the region attractive to exchanges like Binance, which is currently wrestling with legal disputes from regulators in the US, including the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. Binance is here in the UAE because we've been given the surety. Is that what that is? Surety? Surety? Like the sureness? That we can set up operations and build for the future, he explained, adding, "You don't want to set up where the goalposts move. For big businesses, you need predictability, you need to plan, and you need to budget." Absolutely. Shahid noted that UAE's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, the VARA, as a key driving force behind the surge of crypto-related interests in the region. There's a clear framework for people and businesses to engage with, whereas you're just not seeing as much of that elsewhere, he said. Beyond regulation, Shahid said the influx of young people moving to the UAE could see the region more rapidly adopt crypto than other digital asset hubs. Here's an interesting piece of statistics for you to consume, showing the UAE ranking first in crypto owners globally in percentage of population. Interesting. The two key drivers are that lots of experience are moving here from Europe and Asia, and the overall demographic is younger as well. And we know that younger people have more favorable mindset when it comes to virtual assets. You don't see that so much in other crypto hubs. Merkle Science CEO Muriganka Patnick. Oh, these names. I'm sorry, guys. Also praised the regulatory landscape in the UAE, noting that VARA, as the world's first virtual asset specific regulator, provides very detailed compliance guidelines for firms working under its purview. There's more interaction with the private sector and regulators because it's a smaller, early stage ecosystem, Patnaik told Cointelegraph. It's also easier to hire teams in the UAE or just build out a team of 100 people, all of whom don't come from the region. On February 7th, VARA released its full market product regulators, which include 4 compulsory activity-specific rulebooks that lay down the rules for virtual asset service providers operating in Dubai. Binance received a preparatory minimal viable product license from VARA in September of 2021. Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be the United States to front run and be the world's largest crypto hub, but everyone else except for the US right now. I'm telling you guys, this nonsense keeps up. Me and my lady are looking at leaving the US 100%. I know it sucks. It sounds tragic. I've never lived anywhere outside of the US, but I've had it. She's had it. And we're not the only people. Moving on. The best blockchain does not exist, Cardano Foundation exec. Mel McCann, Vice President of Engineering at the Cardano Foundation, argued that there are different use cases for various blockchains. While many community members enjoy arguing about what the ultimate blockchain is, an executive from Cardano Foundation believes that these arguments should stop, as use cases dictate which blockchain is most appropriate for specific projects. I completely agree to this. At the World Token Summit in Dubai, Cointelegraph spoke with Mel McCann, Vice President of Engineering at the Cardano Foundation. The executive spoke about various topics, including enterprise adoption and the need to stop arguing about what blockchain is the best. According to McCann, blockchain offers many potential benefits in terms of trafficking the history of basically anything. There's lots of different ways that you can use the blockchain for proof of origin, for provenance, for all these things. He said there are many ways for the companies to leverage the blockchain for different purposes. However, McCann said that this doesn't mean the enterprises need to entirely change their business models to adapt. The executive explained that one of the things that interests him in identifying areas that might help enterprises augment what they already do. He said, we're not looking to change people's business models. What we're looking to do is how can they better improve their business models by leveraging Web3 capabilities. The executive also told Cointelegraph how education plays a role in onboarding prizes into Cardano and Web3. We do spend a lot of time and education, like direct education with enterprises, not just on the mass education platform that we're building, McCann noted. When asked to compare the advantages and disadvantages of various blockchain platforms, McCann said there are different use cases for each. The executive also said there's no such thing as the ultimate blockchain. He said, one of the things that I think people need to stop doing is going, what's the ultimate blockchain? Quote unquote question mark. You know, what's the best blockchain for this? And it doesn't exist in my mind because it really depends. McCann argued that only the person creating a business could assess which blockchain would be the most appropriate for their businesses. The executive argued that there are different benefits to using different blockchains. I'm never going to turn around and say, yeah, it's a one-stop shop. It's not the way it works, he explained. Yeah, I agree to that. And Charles has been kind of flagrant on this as well. And very vocal about it is kind of the point I'm getting at. As much as I don't think he's a fan of Ethereum, he's always been like, it's not Cardano or Ethereum, it's Cardano and Ethereum. There doesn't need to be a competition. He's going to continue to do his thing and let Ethereum do their thing, as well as other layer 1 protocols, things like that. Moving on, last but not least. Binance reverses decision to delist privacy coins in Europe. Binance said it revised operations to comply with EU standards, are carefully considering feedback from the community in several projects. Binance has decided to reverse its plan to delist several privacy coins in Europe after revising operations to comply with local regulations. In a comment from the cryptocurrency exchange received on June 26, Binance said, after carefully considering feedback from our community in several projects, we have revised how we classify privacy coins on our platform to comply with EU-wide regulatory requirements. It also commented that since the operations as an exchange registered in various European Union jurisdictions, it is obliged to follow local regulations that require exchanges to be able to monitor transactions of coins listed on their platform. Initially, Binance was to delist privacy tokens for users in France, Italy, Spain, and Poland, rendering them unable to buy or sell 12 privacy tokens beginning on June 26. The coins affected by the decision were to include DCR, Dash, Zcash, ZEN, PIVX, NAV, Secret, XVG, Firo, Beam, and Monero, and Mob. However, since the decision has been retracted, various projects have taken to Twitter to reassure community members. Verge Currency posted its update as early as June 22nd. The Secret Network also posted an update saying it is among the current... I'm going to start that one over, guys. The Secret Network also posted an update saying it is among the currencies in which Binance will not delist. These decisions from Binance come as the EU has been ironing out its standards for digital assets with its new market in crypto assets regulations, the MICA, which were signed into law on May 31st. With clear-cut regulations, EU policymakers aim to make Europe a hub for crypto and digital assets. In July, the European Securities and Market Authority plans to launch an MICA consultation process with the framework for the laws allowing an 18-month timeline to take full effect. Companies in the industry, such as cryptocurrency payment service provider Ripple, have welcomed the regulatory clarity from the MICA regulations. Yeah. There you go, guys. You get your privacy coins in the EU. What's the United States doing? Nothing. All right, Bitcoin one last time. You guy. Guys, I'm telling you, keep your eye on 30,000 and 30,422 or 30,500. I put out a tweet when we had this big run that if we didn't hold above 30,800, this run isn't going to stick. And we didn't. We went all the way up and then came back down. So we'll see what happens. But keep you guys' eye on those levels, like I said. Outside of that, that is all I have for you guys this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide, it's clearly a Monday morning. If you enjoy the content that I provide here for you every morning on Boring Crypto.io, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I do post a video. Watch the videos, please. Like the videos, please. And share these videos and this channel on all of your social channels so we can help the channel grow. And I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.